So everyone watches Netflix, but Netflix started producing their own shows and movies, and there's so much more to enjoy, and the entertainment world is focusing so much on them right now.
Especially a couple of their original TV shows, such as Stranger Things and Orange is the New Black. Those are a couple of their most well-known shows that have done really well recently.
Stranger Things has also gotten a lot of attention from the Emmys and a bunch of award shows, and the cast is very well known. And that's another thing that Netflix is doing, is creating more famous actors and actresses. But recently, they have been producing more teen movies, such as The Kissing Booth and To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
The Kissing Booth is a movie that came out this past summer, and it really caught the attention of a ton of people. Mostly, I would say, teenagers or young girls, but a lot of people, a big range of people have seen it. Overall, it was pretty cringy, but
Yep, definitely.
it was also pretty funny. I'll give it that. But at the same time, it was really unrealistic. But I think the fact that it was unrealistic, that's what made it funny.
It got a 13% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not that high of a score. It probably sends the message that it's not a good movie, but it still has a huge fan following and so many fan accounts on Instagram. But it's still, like, a funny movie. I don't know about you, but I laughed at it.
Yeah, it was funny, but...
It was probably because it was kind of cringy, but it wasn't the best movie. But a movie that just came out on August 17th, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, has gained such a huge following in just a couple of weeks that it's been out. It has everybody talking. The movie was based off of the books, and the movie has already gained so much attention from so many media outlets and everything. To All the Boys I've Loved Before already has a 95% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is amazing.
Huge, and it came out just a
couple of weeks ago.
Really recently. So basically, To All the Boys I Loved Before, it's a really interesting movie. It's about a junior girl in high school named Laura Jean Covey, and a few years ago, she wrote 5 letters to all of her crushes, and without her knowing, all of those letters were later mailed out.
And she basically has to learn how to confront them, and all of them try to confront her after they find out that these love letters were sent to them and she wrote them about them. All of the 5 guys are so confused, like, what's going on? And she gets really flustered and frustrated, and it's really funny just to see, like, what she does. It's a little bit of comedy, a little bit of romance, and how it all ends up, and it's kind of funny, like... It's not exactly what you'd expect, but I thought it was pretty good. And it has such high ratings at the moment, and everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, and there's already so many fan accounts and memes and everything, and it just came out really recently. That's why it's so surprising.
Like, on my Instagram Explore page, even after The Kissing Booth came out, I had so much stuff about that movie on my Explore page, and I was like, come on. And then now, after watching To All the Boys I've Loved Before, it was all right there. And Ari and I both watched it on August 17th because we're lame.
The day it came out.
Yeah. And basically we looked at the actors and actresses' Instagrams, and Noah Centineo, who plays Peter Kavinsky in the movie, had 1.1 million followers, which is a really big following already, but we just checked his account a couple of days ago, and it's already grown to 4.3 million, which is a huge amount of people. And that's how much attention this movie has gained for all these actors, and I see so many memes and jokes on my Instagram Explore page, and I'm pretty sure they're on a lot of other people's too.
Yeah, the fact that he gained about 3 million followers in just a couple weeks is pretty crazy.
Pretty insane. And the movie was already gaining so much praise because it had a diverse cast, and the books apparently were a really big hit. I think it was a New York Times bestseller, and I'm pretty sure it's just called the To All the Boys I Loved Before series. There's 3 books out, and it's just really doing pretty well, and I wouldn't be surprised if a sequel comes out of it, but probably will just be the first one. But the movie was great, and I would recommend watching it if you're into light comedy. And Netflix's newest original that's supposed to be coming out on September 7th, I believe. It's called... I'm not quite sure about this one. I think it's called...
Burgas is a Loser?
I think it's called Sierra Burgess is a Loser, and it has the same actor who plays Peter Kavinsky in To All the Boys I Loved Before. His name is Noah Centineo, and he will be in that movie as well, so I would not be surprised if that movie gains so much attention.
He's already so big.
Yeah, because he's under the spotlight right now, and everybody wants to see a movie with him in it. and that's just what's happening. Yeah.
And the thing is, he's been in a ton of TV shows and movies in the past. For example, when he was obviously much younger, he played Dallas, who was the phone vendor guy on Austin and Ally, that Disney show. And I think he's currently in the Fosters.
Yeah, I think it just ended though, but he
Or
had a big
in
role.
The Fosters. He replaced I think Jake T. Austin. And the thing is, he was famous then, but
He's
people
gotten so much
didn't really
bigger.
know of him. They didn't know his name. Now, ever since To All the Boys I Loved Before came out, he's just blown up.
And
like
now
crazy.
everyone is kind of freaking out, like, oh my god, Noah Centineo was the cell phone boy in Austin and Ally. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, I remember that. Like, I didn't even realize that was the same person.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, kind of cool to make that connection. It's like, oh my god, this guy is that guy. Like,
yeah. And he sounded so different. He looked pretty different, too.
Yeah.
That's what made it even crazier.
It was pretty cool. I would recommend watching that movie.